Hello, YouTube. You may have seen my training on how to use Zillow to save 2 or 3% on the purchase of your home by either referring your property to a buyer's agent. We would share the referral fee, or we would go directly to the seller's agent, particularly if you were looking to save 5 or 10% on by buying a solar home, because you could save $500 a month, which is like saving probably about $100,000 in loan payments. That information's over at winnerscheck.com. But now I'm coming to you with, when 25%, 30% of the buyers are also sellers. So here's a little seller training. And here's the question. Should a homeowner try to sell their home on Zillow or use a realtor? And I have an even better question. Why it's better to try to sell your home on Zillow and social media than using a realtor, particularly a buyer's realtor. So let me just walk you through this. In 2018 in California, at least through November when I was doing the videos, we were seeing 60-70% of the homes selling receive multiple offers. Now, every realtor who sells homes likes to advertise the fact that they sold their home in 2 or 3 days to $5,000 or $10,000 over ask. Now, to me and to other people who take this outside of the home arena, I know, because my family members, even my wife, somehow people defer to realtors because homes are very expensive, and they're assuming realtors know what they're doing. And I like to change the mindset a little bit here. Realtors are educated to do it the way the big brokerages want to do it. And those big brokerages do not have the interest of the realtors at heart, and they do not have the interest of buyers and sellers at heart. And now, just like many other organizations of society, they're part of these companies that own Realtor.com, that own Zillow, they own the big companies. It's just one more big insider deal. Okay, so there's ethics and other things being forced on realtors that don't necessarily benefit homeowners. The whole realtor contract's designed to benefit buyers, and that can be a good thing because it makes offers easier to make, but it's also totally designed to stop realtors from making mistakes, stop realtors from performing well. And then we even have government agencies. Sorry, I had something to eat. I had peanuts. We have government agencies telling realtors they can't even tell the buyers this is a good family neighborhood or this is a good retirement community because it potentially could be seen as discriminatory. So people can't even get good information from realtors. And that's what the agency wants. They just want you to sit there and pay your realtors 2 or 3%, not thinking about it on each side. So let me get you thinking about this. First of all, the model. The model for selling homes is a slow Dutch auction model. I talked a little bit about this in the last video. I'm going to go more into it right now. In a slow Dutch auction model, the price, there's lots of professional buyers. For instance, if we're thinking about the flower market in Amsterdam, a lot of professional buyers sitting here. They need flowers for their businesses. They don't want to overpay. They're willing to hold out. They have a test of wills and a battle among all those other people in the room. They start the flower prices, a pallet of flowers, wherever they bunch them, and the price comes down, and it ticks down in increments, and boom, one of the buyers wants it. The market clears. Next pallet comes through. If you think about it, I don't know about you, but I've always wondered, I'm like, is that the most efficient way? I mean, could they have all these people bidding the price up? Well, to some degree, it would also probably take a lot longer, so it would be bad for the businessmen and the sellers. But as a homeowner, you don't have that constraint, right? So why would you be using a slow Dutch auction model? Especially when I get to the next point. All right, so let's say in today's market, which is now different. Back then, when this model was designed, people had to depend on realtors for their pricing information, for the availability of homes, for the past price, for the current pricing, what they should do. Buyers relied on the realtors. Show me the properties. How much should I pay? Am I getting a good deal? Is this the neighborhood? It was all on good buyers' realtors. They were valuable back then. And that's why the good ones made tons of money. The good realtors, not the good marketers. Today, it's the good marketers. Maybe good realtors, but not necessarily. So anyway, we've got the slow Dutch auction model designed when realtors control the pricing information, and they would come in and the realtors would say, hey, this is a good price, or you can pay a little bit more, and this is it. And they come together. And one buyer at a time, because it took so long, because the pricing sheets with the prices had to go around. Because people had to drive through a neighborhood and find signs. There's a lot, the markets were slower, right? just like in the real, just like buying and sell, just like bear markets and bull markets are going by much faster in the stock market. We've been in a seller's market in California, except for a few months where it probably got balanced in late fall of 2008. We've been in a seller's market for like a decade. It's not just because our properties are being tied up because of Prop 13, is it, that keeps the prices low and people don't want to change. It's not just because prices are accelerating and we've had millions of more people moving there, and only 50 or 60% of the people in California actually own a home. All that's a factor, but it's also because the pricing information is there. People are, when they want to buy a home, they know they've got to move because they know what the prices are. I mean, buyers are well informed. They're like, well, prices are going up. There's 4 or 5 people buying. This person was misadvised by the realtor. Let's buy that house. And that's what's happening. The trick is, in a slow Dutch auction, you're supposed to start above the market and either let the market come to you, because over time prices go up, or you slowly drop down. Buyer and seller come together, they negotiate a price, boom, market clears. But what happens when there's 5, 10, 15 buyers here at this level looking for homes in your area, and you price it here because the previous comp was just a tiny bit below it? Well, 5 or 10 more buyers come in. They all know they're getting a deal because they know there's lots of competition. In essence, they're saying, if I don't buy this, someone else will. And if I pay this price, I can always sell it to them because they know. They've been fighting with these people. So this price is ridiculously low in many cases. Tens of thousands of dollars too low. And realtors using the slow Dutch auction model from the 50s in a fully informed market now are just destroying sellers, just destroying them. And the sellers know this. They call me, hey, we got 5 offers, and then we tried to boost it up to by $20,000 or $30,000, and we lost all the buyers. My realtor, I want out of my contract. My realtor doesn't know what they're doing. They underpriced our home. They almost screwed us. Sellers know this is happening instinctively. Now, many of them still get talked into doing it because they're like, it's going to take a month or 2 to reset on this. There's those old wives' tales about, and these are ridiculous tales because I know from during the short sale market, this does not matter anymore. The prices are out there now. It's in the 50s, yeah, your first offer was frequently your best offer. In a buyer's market where prices are going down, your first offer is frequently your buyer's market. Not in a balanced market, not in a seller's market, not where the markets are all over the place. Yeah, the prices may change as the competition above you changes. Oh, which brings up another. Why are you paying 2 or 3% to a realtor if you already know that there's a cap on your prices because there's a couple of superior houses for sale or a better neighborhood? They're already there. It might be another story if the sky's the limit on your price. And if you knew how to, and if your realtors were marketing to buyers that are not constrained by what a lender is willing to allow them to borrow. So not the first time home buyers market, more like the luxury market. Maybe then paying a buyer's realtor 2 or 3% to kind of coax the buyer into paying the high price that you want is worthwhile. But for the vast majority of people, there's either competition preventing it, or there's lenders preventing it. I mean, just basically ask, when you're talking to your listing realtors, talk to 4 or 5 or 6 of them and say, why am I paying the buyer's realtor? I mean, they're going to come up with great reasons because they want that money. They want a double side. I know, I'm a realtor. I love double siding. I'm also an attorney. My name is John McConnon. My website's winnerscheck.net. I have a $7 course right now for selling to multiple offers. Now, this course is going to help. It's the way I put it together originally. It's to help sellers sell their home without a realtor, but it's also to help you educate your realtors to sell your home property. You need to tell your realtors, we are going to do a week and a half, 2 weeks of pre-MLS marketing. We're going to do it in this manner. I talk about the right way for realtors to do it in the course. And then we can worry about paying a realtor 2 or 3%. But let's see how we do without it. And I don't want you to double side it. Yes, if you want to list with me, you're going to work for your normal listing commission without paying a buyer's realtor. We're going to see, you're going to put in your great effort. We're going to get this house sold before I even put it on the MLS. Or if you're working with some realtors, because realtors are now getting sued, some realtors may be willing, I'd be willing to say, if I thought the pricing was correct, that I'll just offer $100 to the buyer's realtors on the MLS. And I'll make sure they know it. Because we're going to just use the MLS to broadcast your home and your pictures and the videos and the descriptions all over the internet. And then the buyer's realtors will like, what? They'll be calling, what? You're not paying a, well, look, we may offer more in the future, but for the next 2 weeks, we're going to be showing the home. And on Monday after that last weekend or Sunday night, we're going to look at all our offers. Hey, you have any offers? Yeah, we have a few. And we told those people we've already spent the time preparing for the open. We're going to do that this weekend before we consider all the offers. So you're welcome to submit your offer, but we're not going to get back to you in the first 24 hours. We've already made commitments, and we're reviewing all the offers on Sunday night. It's going to be a fair process. It's going to be really fair because you don't have to worry about me self-dealing, the realtor self-dealing, because there's no buyer's commission on at the moment. So the best offer is going to win. The strongest offer will win because there's no self-dealing. You have to worry about worrying with my buyer's agent, with my listing agent. So, and then how do you market? Well, you can market with I would go up on Facebook. This is in our training, the $7 training. I would go on Facebook. I would go on YouTube. I would consider pay-per-click. I would do Craigslist, and I would do 50 local signs. I'd put them out for each weekend. I'd put a few out on Wednesday. I'd have the big open or round robin bidding. We'll consider all offers on we're going to sell the house this weekend, depending on the model you pick. And I'd have open house Saturday 9 to 4, or I'd have round robin bidding. Inspections begin Saturday and Sunday 9 to 4. Round robin bidding begins Sunday night. And I put the address in there. I put a phone number in there. I get signs. I wouldn't use the realtor signs. I'd make those handwritten signs are great. I particularly like those signs where they're pre-made by some of the companies. They have like 4 lines and you just fill them in. I get 50 of those. I put a few out, and then I blitz the neighborhood Friday night and Saturday of the open house. We'll go more into this in training. There's a lot of other things I would do to alleviate. The more you can do to make your home attractive and alleviate buyers have buyer's remorse, but those doubts are starting ahead of time. It's not just when they make the deal. So if you can check those things off, you can eliminate those, you have a much better chance of getting a top dollar offer. Now I talked a little bit about the wrong model, the slow Dutch auction model. The right model is to say, hey, we've got a full and fair competition going. The winning, if I'm not working with a realtor or you're working with me, this is the model we're going with. We talk more about this in the course. We're going to be reviewing all offers on Sunday night. Make a bid. We're going to have a little bid sheet. Make a bid. Here's your contact information. We're not going to share the contact information. Put that on a separate page. But here's your bid. The winning bidder, and we're also going to have a backup, two backup bidders. But the winning bidder has earned the right to negotiate with us exclusively on Monday to see if we can get the terms, because this is non-binding on the seller and the buyer. But the winning bidder, we're going to see if we can go to terms on Monday. So your bid should be in the realm of where you want to be. We'll talk to you on Monday. We'll have the exclusive right to go to contract. You don't have to worry about self-dealing because even though we have a realtor who's going to help you and I put the contract together, there's no buyer's commission for them. Or you could say we're going to just do it this way without a realtor at all. And you call them up. You ask them. This is just part of it. Okay, so you've made an offer. What's your offer going to look like in terms of how much deposit you're going to do, how you're going to finance this? Have you spoken with a realtor? Could you call the buyers? Could you call a lender? And you might have a list for them already, and see if you can be pre-approved at these numbers. Can you show us a snapshot of your bank account to show that you've got the money for the deposit? And if they do, then you start talking to them about the other terms and the price if you're happy with it. If you're not, you say we're going to still come up within price. But you've explained to them that the point of this exercise, this bidding, is that they have an exclusive right to negotiate the purchase of your home with you. And if they really want it, they're going to get it. The strongest, most motivated buyer wins. Now, if you're going to do that process, I just gave you a lot of information. I've created a website, and if you go to my $7 course, or you check around on the net, let me just show you what I've done. This sort of helps explain a lot of it. This is just part of the process. The other part is doing the pre-inspections and the other things we talk about to eliminate buyer doubt. But you can put your picture of your home here very easily. There's a ClickFunnels funnel. You get a 14-day free trial, so if you time it right, you won't even have to pay them anything. You set it up. You will adjust these rules for exactly the method that you're using, and we talk about that in the training. And you get this you don't even have to sign up for the training if you can find it. But this is in there, and I have trained on this too as like sort of one of the bonus modules. So in my $7 course, I talk about, I go over every paragraph of the Realtor RPA from the California Association of Realtors. I go over the alternative forms that everyone can use without a realtor. I talk about pricing, because pricing is important. I talk about how to make your offer the best lead. Okay, realtors find the strongest buyers at Zillow. They pay Zillow a fortune. On Facebook, on YouTube, you can target an audience of buyers are looking at homes, that big data finds these people looking for homes in your neighborhood. You can target those people now. You can do it very inexpensively. It's what realtors are doing. They pay digital marketing people $500-800 a month to run a $2,000 or $3,000 ad spend to get some of these buyers. You can get these buyers much cheaper, and I'll show you how. And you have a lead magnet. $50,000 below Zillow's estimate is our starting opening bid. Selling this weekend. No worried about realtor self-dealing. I mean, you're going to have people show up to your property. I also talk about the numbers. If these people show up, you can be this amount of people, and it's depending, but we'll talk about it. But it's like if you get 15 or 25 buyers through your property, they're going to make strong offers if you put a sample offer out there. If you help them do it, they're going to make offers. You're going to be pretty confident that you're getting very close to the top dollar that weekend. I've sold over 150 homes for people. I've told people, if we've got 10 buyers through your property and you don't have an offer, there's something wrong with the property, or we're 5 or 10% over the market. And with this strategy, since we're not using the slow Dutch auction disaster, but we've created a fair and open process for bidders to feel comfortable bidding, you're not going to have that problem. Most likely. I'm a lawyer. I can't guarantee it. But the beauty of this is, if it doesn't work, I have a plan B for you too. The plan B is that if you want to work with me, I can refer your property out to the strongest listing realtor in your area. I have a method I've helped relatives, friends, and clients finding the strongest realtors. We can refer to a family member or friend, any realtor you want. I've never had a realtor balk at the standard referral fee of 25 to 33% of the listing side's commission. So that, on $1 million home, that can be $10,000, and we'd split it. So just for the $7, I present you Plan B for $7. I can get you at least on that price home $5,000 back. Now we can negotiate my share, and we can also get more than a 1% fee, especially because we've done all this marketing. So we have so many opportunities to work together because technology's opened up. It's totally destroyed the need for realtors. So technology's opened this up, and I want to help buyers and sellers take advantage of the opportunity and, sell your home, put more money in your pocket, and buy your home. Like I've been talking to my wife about this. Many people make compromises on their home, right? They like this home, they want to be in that neighborhood, but the home needs a lot of work, and they go in there, they don't have the cash, and then kids' schools come up or other expenses, and they don't make their home the home of their dreams. Well, I have training on that, on how you can do that and save a lot of money right now by using Zillow. I'll present other videos. I've already presented some. I'll keep presenting those videos. But right now, go to winnerscheck.net. If you're interested in my course, it's $7 for the training. It's going to be 3 weeks. The first week is pricing and setting your home up to eliminate those buyer's objections. The second week of training is the marketing and the format of the marketing. We have to choose if you're going to do an auction. You're going to do it the best realtor way, not the slow Dutch auction way. And then the third week we have the actual conducting of the negotiations and who or what type of person should be doing it. And we also have a review of all the contracts and the alternative contracts and other bonus training. And all that's in there for $7. Now, I'm doing that because I don't want anyone to be upset with me. I've had the course sitting there for 6 months to a year. It's not complete. It's not perfect. I'm going to be giving that training to complete it. I want feedback. You can ask questions under the videos in there. As I feel like the course is filled in, it's going to go to $47, and it's eventually going to be $997. When we run through it, and we have successful students either through selling their home on their own or through Plan B, and you're willing to give me a referral because I saved you $5,000 for $7, not a referral, but just a testimony. The course is, I have every intent of this being every marketer's dream, using a ClickFunnels, setting up a webinar, charging $997 for the course. This is the foundation for that. This is how to use Zillow, how to use Realtor.com, how to use social media to sell your home with a proper method, much better than the Realtor 1950s method, and do it for $997. And Plan B is your backup. But right now it's $7 because I got to fill it out. So if you're seeing this early, let me just give you the date and the time right now, 2:55 p.m., and I have to leave in 10 minutes. On Thursday, April 25th, if you're seeing it near then, it's going to be $7 or $10. I'd say hopefully after the first group's gone through this training, it's going to be between $47 and $297. And then after that, it's going to be $997 because all the materials are going to be in there. And the testimonials are going to convince you how good this method is. Many people have sold their houses through the auction method, and we're just going to help you do it better. And now that you get to do it, and you don't need the MLS, you don't need realtors. Now you can, with this training, you're going to be marketing your home to the motivated buyers with the strongest lead magnet available. I saw someone talking about like magnets and hooks. This hook of a house that they can buy this weekend, that there's no realtor self-dealing, that it is going to go to the strongest buyer to have a right to negotiate with you. This is a strong hook. This is stronger than my favorite hook as a realtor, which is just an open house and pricing it $10,000, $15,000 under the MLS price because I'm willing to share my fee if they double side the transaction. And believe me, that works big. I brought in a lot of buyers that way. This is better. And I'm going to, I'll even say you can, if you do this right on Facebook, you put your home up there, you explain it's open house weekend, you can have your friends like it. You can do it in, like let's say you set up, I go over all this, but let's say you are doing a garage sale this weekend because it's going to be for someone next thing. You put in all the garage sale groups. And then during the week, we go to the marketing where you target the audience of people who are looking on a home right now, motivated buyers in your area looking at homes, who have looked at Zillow, who have looked at Realtor.com, who have looked at Trulia. I mean, it's just, I cannot believe what an opportunity it is. That's in $7. I'm doing this because we're going to do it together and get it done. Thanks. Talk to you later. John McConnell, winnerscheck.net.